Hey, this is George, the Gold Coach, and today I want to talk about my top 5 reasons why home-based businesses fail. And this really pains me to talk about this. So this is not a fun subject for me. I know it happens, but it's painful for me to see it happen when I know that there was something that could have been done about it if it would have been implemented earlier on and getting started. And so let's jump right into it. My top 5 reasons why I believe home-based businesses fail. Okay, number 1 is no personal development. One of the things I realized is oftentimes when I was younger, I would challenge myself to do things that I just wasn't equipped to do. And it went against my personality versus with my personality. So as I've gotten older, I've learned what complements me, what goes with my personality, as opposed to me trying to become this incredible person so I can achieve the incredible. Okay, I don't have a problem with that, but it's really all about taking your strengths and maximizing your strengths and being successful. And so no personal development was something my mentor taught me. He said, George, you've got to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. And so that was the first thing I learned. I learned how to work hard on myself. Point number 2 is a paycheck on Friday mentality. Now, what does that mean? That means you do the minimums. That means you don't go the extra mile. If money's not involved in it, you don't go the extra mile. And so you've got to learn, I had to learn, and I've learned this the hard way, when you're self-employed, when you own the business, you can't wait until Friday to get a paycheck. You've got to be able to get a paycheck every day with your efforts. And so what I mean by, with a paycheck on Friday mentality, whether you show up to work or not, you can use a sick day, personal time off day, PTO day, vacation time. When you're self-employed, a lot of times you don't have those type of benefits. So you have to make the best out of every moment in every day. Number 3 is just distracted. Sometimes, I've noticed I get distracted down this road, I get distracted down this road, and what happens is you spread yourself out too thin. A lot of people say, well, George, I'm just trying to diversify. Well, first, you've got to make one thing work before you start to diversify. Does that make sense? Any successful person in business, they were successful at one thing, and then they started to be successful in other things as they branched out. But it's kind of related to what they were initially successful in. Let's take Michael Jordan, for example. Okay, so Michael Jordan was super successful in basketball, but through basketball, he created a brand with sneakers after he teamed up with Nike initially. And then once he retired, he was able to purchase all these different businesses and teams. Okay, he's got a racing team, he's got a basketball team, So my point is, but first you got to make one thing work. So you got to stay with something long enough so you can get good enough so that you can create the kind of success that you want to create. Okay? So number 1 is no personal development. Number 2 is no paycheck on Friday mentality. Number 3 is just distracted. Number 4 is marriage and relationship issues. Believe it or not, you're only as good as the people around you when you own a business. And so if your personal life is falling apart, eventually your business will fall apart because you are your business. When you're self-employed, when you have a home-based business, you know what? It's all about you. It's all about how good you are. It's all about how good the person that you are. Here's number 5. I'm going to round out, and I saved the best for last. No mentor. No mentor. No rabbi. No guidance. No help. You're doing everything yourself. You're making decisions. And you know, one of the things that a mentor does, a mentor is someone who's been where you are, and they can help you down that road. They can help you make decisions because they were there. I got a great book for you. One of my favorite books that I do probably 3 or 4 times a year is a book called Peaks and Valleys by Spencer Johnson. One of my favorite books. He's the same guy that wrote Who Moved My Cheese. Get that book. That's one of my favorites. Hey, God bless you. Take charge, take control, and take a chance. And I'll see you over the top.